Yeah. Miss Lucy Lawless. Oh, hello. Hi, guys. Some new faces. Some old faces. Hello. Hello, man against the wall. Boy with a beanie on. Who's a hardcore nutball here? Remain standing. Oh, well, how nice to see you. Hi, kids. We had been planning to do something. Ren and I, she said, I've got this play, and would you study at Lucy? And well, we'd agreed we would do a play together. And of course, it took me 2 months to get around to reading it. So 3 nights ago, I went, oh, this is crap. We can't do this, Ren. This is we'll be there forever. And it's got too many people. And so I ran off to Barnes & Noble and found something that was just for her and me. That it's only about a 10-minute scene, but it's kind of fun, and you get to see us doing a cold reading, so it's not really prepared, and you just, I don't know, you see the acting process, I guess. I don't know why we would think you'd be interested in that, but I reckon I've said everything I can ever say about Xena, so we'll go to the next thing. It's been a big year. It was a really intense year. You might have noticed that my blogs kind of dried up. It was a really hard year. Spartacus, moving country, back to New Zealand and working on a whole new show, which nobody knew what it was in the beginning. It was very, really exhausting and very long hours, believe it or not, mostly at hair. Just sitting there getting your bloody wig on. You know what? I never wore the merkin yet. I haven't done full frontal nudity. That might please some of you, actually. And the reason that you have those merkins is that it feels like you're wearing pants. You're standing there like this, you look completely naked, but you don't feel naked. And I told them I wanted a merkin that was like the Mr. Tumnus. Do you know who Mr. Tumnus is? He's the faun from Narnia. So you want hair from like here to here. Big old pair of breeches, make you feel safe during a sex scene. But Spartacus is really challenging and great and edgy and big. And Andy Whitfield's just a really great new star, and we're I'm really excited for him because I know what his journey might be. If he gets as much out of it as I do, it's all good, really. It's all great. And he's a wonderful star. Where's the posse? Oh, you're all spread up. Hello, Kathy. What did you say? Let's start with a question, because, I had prepared a speech, but I...
Let them know the mic's over here. Mic's on this side.
Over there with Sharon there.
What's her name? Book holder. Old who's it?
Oh, she's shy. She's shy. Hello.
Hi. Sorry.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for going to London. I had a wonderful vacation.
Okay, come to the mic.
Sorry. I followed you to London. I never would have gone. It's amazing. It's great. Thank you.
We love the kids who followed us to London. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. I was wondering, have you ever dreamed you were in character? Like you woke up in the middle of the night, you were dreaming who you were just acting?
I love that you asked me something I've never ever been asked before.
You can think of the answer.
I do remember dreaming that I was bobbing for apples and my poor old ex-husband woke up with my teeth sunk into his shoulder. It was the beginning of the end for us. No, I haven't. But I love that question. That's cool.
Hi there,
Hello,
Lucy.
darling. Hi.
I've come all the way from the UK today. I've just got off the plane, ran in.
Hello. Me too.
It's great. And
Welcome.
first time I met the security guy, said he saw you, and he said the exact same one. I'm just wondering, like, how did the role make you stronger?
The role of Xena?
Yeah.
How did the role make me stronger? In a lot of ways, because in life you learn as you grow up that there's it's that serenity prayer, you know, about the things you can't change, and you know, you learn not to fight certain things and to go with the flow and to practice gratitude, because sometimes, as blessed as you are, you start I don't know, wishing for all the things you don't have, right? And that's a recipe for unhappiness. So it makes you stronger, and then it makes you, or that experience made me count my blessings, my many blessings every day. I still do. So. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
First of all, it's nice to have you here. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Have I ever seen you before? You look fresh.
I don't know.
Have you been to one of these?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago. Oh, that's what it is. Hi.
But I just like to know, what was your most interesting vacation, and why was it interesting?
Off the top of my head, I want to say China. I went and did a documentary series on warrior women, and we did a Chinese story. But, you know, I'm not a relaxer, so I don't very much want to go to beaches and... I don't do that stuff. I want to have the adventures of meeting the people and being immersed in other cultures. And China just blows your mind. Everything from the food in the windows, you know, there's 5,000 chicken feet in a vat, and you see incredible humanity, incredible poverty as well, and people sort of managing. Just really hardy, amazing people, and so exactly like us. Like, we couldn't speak Chinese, obviously, but my daughter was there, and I looked across the room when I was filming, and she's sitting playing cards and yucking it up with this bunch of Chinese teenagers who didn't speak English either, and I just realized such commonality, even without the language, you know, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Lucy.
Hello.
I think I'm gonna faint if I don't
faint.
get this out. This is my first time, and
Okay, who's gonna resuscitate him? Is it Taker? Hello, love.
hi. My question is, being that you're so famous and
I'm so terribly famous. I feel I'm getting more famous every second. Who said that? Who said that? It wasn't Lady Gaga. Somebody a long time ago. Was it Andy Warhol or somebody like that? Was it? You think so? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
and being that many people love you, like so much, how
Yes.
have you ever became friends with one of your fans, like so close where you still keep in contact with them or anything?
No.
No. I can't give. So this puppy dog face won't work?
I was such good friends with one person that I was at her deathbed. Does that count? Well, but no, the people that I have kept in contact know that I'm not there to make their dreams come true, and that I'm not any more special than it's healthy to believe anybody is special. I'm not a hero in real life, and I don't. I don't maintain relationships with people who would have that kind of view of me, because it's not sustainable. So,
Well,
so it has happened, but you know. And then they died.
well, thank you, Lucy.
My
And I
pleasure.
love
Thank you for coming, love. Seriously. Hello, wie geht's?
Hi, danke, mir geht's gut.
Dankeschön. My question is, it must be very different being on Spartacus now than compared on Cena. Do you like your character on Spartacus?
Spartacus.
Spartacus?
Yeah. I actually really like this character, but it's taken me a while to figure her out. And, when you're playing somebody whose best qualities are that they're so good at their bad qualities, it takes quite some. No character thinks that they're bad. So the worse your character appears to be, the more you have to figure out their justification for such behavior. And she's a tricky one. Yeah. She's a tricky one because she's so full of contradiction. She loves her husband, but she's boffing a gladiator. She, I don't know. She really, really wants to be friends with Alithia. You'll see there's this kind of spark of genuine wanting on both their parts to have an actual friendship, but they don't have any self-love. They weren't raised by anybody who'd ever seen Oprah. There was no... They were not raised to love. Uh-huh. And so that tiny little pure spark is just constantly snuffed out by their greed and their desperation and their fear. Fear kind of drives all bad behavior. Uh-huh. So I guess that's what I discovered about that character. Yeah, okay. But I'm totally enjoying it.
Yeah, you do. Do you like your hair?
Well, I have you here.
I was wondering, do you like your hair color?
This?
The red one.
The red one. Oh, I love it. It's a wig, right? Roman women wore wigs, and you see as her relationship develops with Alithia, she starts turning into Alithia. It's like all of a sudden the blonde hair comes out. Total single white female. It gets very screwy and creepy.
Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. Hello.
Hi.
Have I ever seen you before?
Yes.
Just kidding. Okay.
I was wondering, I've been noticing a lot of actors have a hard time watching themselves on screen, and I wondered how you felt about, because you've done so many commentaries, how you felt about watching yourself. And also, the second part to that is, would it be any different watching Spartacus, and especially the scenes that traumatized you so much?
They didn't really traumatize me,
Okay.
actually. I think I did say that, but it was like at a private party, and I'd just come from a couple of days after, and it was full of journalists. This part, it was at a friend's house, Andrew Young, actually. So I was at his house, and somebody, they just made hay out of that. But actually, apart from the natural fear of doing sex scenes, there's a terrible cringe response from, I would say, 99% of people would not be exhibitionistic enough to handle that. It's pretty hard, but it's very choreographed and very safe. It's not. There's always a layer of clothing between you two, actually, one on each of you, so that it's not like you're in danger of actually accidentally having sex. Try explaining that to your husband.
Do you mind watching yourself on TV, though?
Do I mind? No, I don't really mind, and I do find this show more interesting to watch than some of my other work, because I feel like I'm doing something quite scary, and I'm always interested in the result, meaning that when I finish a take and the director says, "How do you feel?" If I say, "Oh, I feel really good about that. I think we really hit the notes, all the right place," I know I wasn't really there. That's a bad sign. And John and I discovered that really early on, that when we felt really good about it, that it was bad acting, right? Because you've got your editor, your little editor going, "Oh, I was really happy where I was supposed to be happy," and like you'd plotted it. That's bad acting. So it came to the point where we would just let go and not control the output at all, which means you never know what the result is. So when the director said to me, "How do you feel about it?" and I'd go, "I don't know," that was a good sign. And so since I don't know what the result is, it's always kind of interesting. However, sometimes you play it so super small and naturalistic that unless they come in on a close-up, you can't see the acting so much. And sometimes I felt like, just I wish there had been a close-up on that. But if you ain't the star, you don't get.
Thank you.
Pleasure, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, we all know that in Xena you say I have many skills, right? Of course. Okay, stop laughing. But I was thinking...
Is that your line? Alec J. Glickman? Wrote that. A freelance writer wrote that. I have many skills, and it was on bumper stickers everywhere. His claim to fame. Like my kid is an honor student. Whoever wrote that, ka-ching. I'm sorry, what? You asked a question.
Okay, well, since you say that on Xena, I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if you could possibly say I have many wigs on Spartacus?
I have many wigs. Very good. See, I can't do that now because now you'll say, "Where's my 10%?" So
I don't
you
mind.
just
I think
killed
it's
that
funny.
idea.
Maybe second season.
Okay. I have many wigs.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't know this was so loud. Okay. My question is, how do you feel about being such a positive role model to so many like next generations, like my sister and I? Like, we watch these stupid shows like, the Gossip Girls where sex is everything, whereas, you were kicking ass and everything, and and it's like you were definitely a positive role model for, a 6 and 8-year-old to look up to. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I think that's very nice. Though beauty might be in the eye of the beholder there. Like, your mother might not be so thrilled that you're doing flips off the roof or something. But I think that's great and that's okay. I don't feel like that had so much to do with me I'm the lucky face of that, but it was the writers, the editors, the stunt women, everybody. That was a real collective effort making those shows, of course. So on behalf of everybody else, it's like, great, that's awesome. And I've never seen Gossip Girls, and I'm great too. I don't know. But thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Thank you for allowing me to even speak to you. This is a definite...
Are you kidding? This is what this is about. I don't Twitter, so this is our one, time of the year to connect.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming. Hi.
Hi. I thought of another question while I was standing here. Is your merkin going to match your wig color? I couldn't resist, sorry.
Do you think maybe she has different ones?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And one day she takes off and goes, "Oh, damn, that was yesterday's." I do have a merkin. It's never been worn, and it's now, they framed it for me and gave it to me as a end-of-year present. As if I'm going to put that up on the wall in my house. It's really funny because they've all signed it, and it's just full of, not the merkin, but around the, frame, and it's really funny, but you just go, ooh, put the lid back on. I bet they would match it. It happens to be one of the red ones, so Ginger Minge.
Can I do my other one?
No, just one. I got a line here.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Courtney.
Because Ren's coming, you see. Otherwise, when Ren gets here, you'll all have to leave. Hi.
Hi. I'm here with my little brother. He'd actually like to wave at you.
Good, mate. How are
We've
you?
been watching the show over the summer and everything. We just got really into it, so we decided to come this year. But I wanted to know if you use any of like if you were in some kind of sketchy situation and someone like attacked you, like do you feel like you could defend yourself after having been on Xena?
I've always would have said to this question like, oh no or something, but I did have a couple of where I would have gone from 0 to Xena in like half a second.
Oh my God, that's so great.
I was walking up one of the canyons here in LA and I saw somebody pushing a little kid up a hill. It was a guy, and I sort of walked past and I went, I just don't feel good about that. I've got to go check. So I got the stick and I went up the hill, and actually I couldn't see. It was probably totally a dad helping his boy, no. But it was one of those things where you go, if you have that feeling, you got to go look. And I thought, what would I do if I caught somebody doing something bad to a child? And I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that I would hope there would be a cleaver handy, But if there wasn't, my bare hands would do, or die trying. I just know I wouldn't even be able to help myself.
All right. That's great. Thank you.
It's okay.
Oh my God. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh my God.
That last question made me all red. I was like, felt the Xena blood rising. Just the mere thought of that confrontation. Anyway, hello.
Hi. Great. Now I forgot my question. If you could do anything besides acting, what would it be? And could I have a hug?
Yeah, no, you can't have a hug. But we'd be here all day.
Yeah, that's true.
But I hug you from behind. Quietly, just quietly. What would I do? I would love to be like Dr. G. I would like to be like, yeah, she's cool, isn't she? I don't know if I would ever have the real skills for that, but if you're just asking in the world of fantasy, I'd probably be like a forensic pathologist or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know why this man showed up with a meat cleaver in his head. I think it was an accident. Hi.
Hi, Lucy. How often do you get recognized? And when you do they say Lucy Lawless, or they say, look, it's Xena?
I've spent 8 years being like blonde and invisible. And then the minute I cut my bangs back, and I had dark hair for the last year because I was wearing wigs and I just felt like it, and cut my bangs back, and now I'm like totally famous again. But I didn't notice it myself so much, but Marissa was saying yesterday, when we walk through a cafe, there's a complete, head-turning thing all the time, which never used to happen. So, and what do they say? I don't know, actually. I don't even see it, to be honest with you.
Do they just kind of whisper, or do they actually say anything?
I don't know. I get usually guys coming up to me going, "Oh, are you who we think you are?" I go, "Yes," and they go, "Oh, okay. Could you say hello to my boyfriend Scott? He's too nervous to come over." Hi, Scott. That's what happens to me this week.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Hi.
Hello.
Nervous. Vittu, mä en voi uskoa, että mä teen tän. Sorry, I was talking Finnish because I got this. Okay, just a question. When you were in the middle of nowhere in Zealand forest, what kind of facilities did you have? Or did you just go to the nearest bush and use Gabrielle scrolls?
Another fresh question.
Well, it's the first time for me.
Another fresh question. I can't remember. I'm just trying to think. There were always porta johns, those horrible things that splash. Remember those primitive things that would splash back at you? Oh, terrible. Terrible. Sometimes you'd go like a bear in the woods just to get away from the porta john. I think that's the answer, but I mean, let's face it, there's nothing better, is there, than, being out in nature.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I keep turning away. It's just that I feel like these people are so ignored. I want to, give them some love.
Hi, Zena.
Hi.
I've
Hi, how are you?
always wanted to say that. I just want to say I love and adore you. And my question...
Fresh fans. These ones are not disillusioned yet. Right.
Okay, my question was...
Yes.
In the show, how was it working with Kevin Smith? That's what I wanted to know.
Kevin was fantastic. If anybody here is like a Battlestar person and doesn't know what we're talking about, Kevin Smith played Ares, the god of war, and he was like a ridiculously handsome fellow who could sing and had muscles and was funny and just a great actor, everything, and family man, you name it. And he was really wonderful, and we treated each other a little bit like brother and sister, like kind of took each other for granted. And it's like, oh, there's Kevin, he's sort of the stud, god of war. Of course he is, look at him. And never thought much about it. We'd have these kissing scenes and we'd go, isn't that funny? No swing. No swing. So we had this kind of weird asexual brother-sister relationship. And then when he died, I was like, damn. I should have enjoyed that more. But he was a wonderful man, and everybody still feels him very present in their lives. Ren and I were just talking about him yesterday. So, not even I was going to say gone, but not forgotten, but doesn't feel gone. Okay, I hear you.
Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure, darling. Thanks for coming. How much questions have we got time for, Ren? Sharon?
Really?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you kids wait a minute? Because we've got somebody to bring up on stage she doesn't like to wait. So maybe you can tailor your questions for two or... Renee O'Connor. Hello, hello.
How are you?
Ren and I only get to see each other on Skype these days.
Oh, you said, oh. She looks great. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I can see you bopping around. But I have to get my camera fixed so you can see me back, right? Something like that.
Oh, yes, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, right.
And I'm trying to look at the little camera, so Ren can see me looking at her instead of looking down, because that's so annoying. Have you ever do that on Skype or iChat or something? And I haven't got a picture of her. I just get her going, Zena, that part. Shall we finish some... Have you got questions for both of us?
Oh, wow.
You're up.
Oh, look, she's going to cry. She's going to faint.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Renee. Oh,
hi. What's your name?
Eliani.
Hi, Eliani.
Hi. Oh. Okay, well, I was just gonna ask, Lucy first. From playing Xena for so many years, when you took on new roles, was it hard to take the Xena out of you?
Ooh.
Can you?
Can you ever? I think the Xena's already in you, and the Gabrielle's in you, and you pull it out. But that's not all you are. That's you don't use everything you are for any one role. Do you agree, Ren? Did you find it hard to shake or to play different parts of yourself?
I
don't know. I think after it ended, I actually went the other way. I didn't want to act for a while. So then when I did choose some things to do, I went the opposite of Gabrielle, just to kind of be more curious to see what else I could do, you know? I don't know, it's curious. But yeah, you're always a part of the character because you pull from who you are, you know, somehow in there, you know?
Cool, thank you. Nice to see you guys.
Thanks,
both.
Ileana.
You've both
Just do 2 more questions and then we'll do the little play thing and these guys can retool and think about their questions for 2 or for Ren.
You've both done quite a lot of travelling. Is there any place that you'd like to go to that you've not been to?
Singapore, Wisconsin, been there. Wisconsin. Door County, Wisconsin, very lovely. What? DC. DC? Where do you want to go, Ren?
I want to go back to Egypt. Really?
Wow.
Seriously. And you?
I want to go to India and the Maldives, which are disappearing, and such an important, you know, young voice putting its hand up saying, hey, what about us in the whole climate change scramble, which isn't happening, ought to be happening, it's not. And Maldives are a really strident voice because they are vanishing, and I would love to go there and bear witness, and I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Lucy Renee. So many people look up to you guys here and around the world. Is there anyone you look up to personally or who inspires you? Whether it be just...
That's such a good question.
We were just talking this morning, actually, Ren and I, about Juliana Moore. Did you guys see A Single Man yet at all? Her performance in that is so, apart from the fact that she's amazing and hasn't had her face pulled into some wacky monster mask. So I love that there is a woman who is, and Judi Dench, and not that it's anybody's business, people can do whatever they want with their faces, but I'd like not to. And I love seeing these women who look real and are so beautiful at any age. Yeah.
Mine is, it's funny, but I've been studying with this lady for a long time. So she just is always inspiring me to try to pull more of myself out and stretch myself and get rid of things that, you know, feel like it bother me or feel like they're holding me back. So I always look to her because she's a good mentor for me. And then I find other mentors. I mean, Rob's been a great mentor for me too, for asking questions and, you know, about film things. And you just find, you know, people they're there for you. You just have to know who to ask and also know what to ask, because I find that sometimes if you say, oh, be my mentor, that's sort of overwhelming to people. Do you know what I mean? You know? And so you think of, well, okay, so how can you sort of find a moment in their time to go, well, you know, if you were to give me this advice about this, what would you say? What would you do? And so I just always look all around me, you know, to see who's right there, because it's like these gems that are standing there. You just have to look for them.
There's plenty of examples of people who do what you do, or have gone before you and blazed a trail. Like, if you're lucky enough to have a great mother, that's just an infinite source of inspiration and what to do or what not to do. Perhaps if you didn't have a good one, I'm very sorry about that for people who didn't. We ain't all good at it, you know. But yeah, my mum.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. So this is the piece that I kind of forced on Ren. I didn't really, because we had 2, and I was like, oh, what we could do both of these or one of them twice, and she says that she likes this play called Pillow, written by Frederick Stroppel. It's just like a 10-minute.
How did you find these plays? Because
I just went to Barnes and Noble at like 4 million o'clock at night and pulled out everything they had for women.
Yeah.
And it was a two-hander.
Yeah.
And
Dirty, dirty,
Oh,
dirty.
back to Spartacus, episode 2.
So this came from
It's
Lucy,
called a
actually.
two-hander or a
A two-hander.
three-hander. That's when you have, depends how many actors you have in a thing, see. It's two
But
women.
This was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a few months ago that you said, let's do something fun, you know? So you wanted to just do a reading or something. And we thought about doing love letters with Zena and Gabrielle.
Yeah.
I know, now you're disappointed. I shouldn't have said anything. Sorry.
And why did we not do that? I think you read it and went, it's lame.
Well, love letters, but if we did it as Zena and Gabrielle, it'd be more interesting. But I just love letters. You guys have seen me do love letters. I mean, come on, you know? But it was hard for us to get together, and it was a lot of life.
And life is very full.
Life is full.
Wasn't 2009 just a bugger, you guys? Wasn't that so hard? I reckon just globally, that was a really hard year. Everybody was so happy to kick that one in the guts. Did anybody cruise through last year in this room? You guys did? Yeah. Wow. The what? Best year of your life? Yay. Congratulations. Woo! That's great. She said, I finally got a good job and everything. Best year of her life.
It's all how you
That's
look
awesome
at it,
to
too,
hear.
right? Don't you think?
Why was your
You
year
know, I
great?
mean-
Because you bought your ticket to come here. If only it was that easy for the rest of us, hey? And somebody else back there said it was a great year. Why was your 2009 a great year? Oh, you fell in love. You got divorced.
Who else? Anything else? Magical 2009. Anybody?
You what?
Friends.
You moved to San Diego
Friends.
from Aussie. It looks just like Perth, doesn't it? San Diego's just like Perth. I guess because of the yachting and everything. Where did you come from in Aussie? Okay. Oi, oi, oi! How many people knew what to say then? Who did that? How come you guys know? Oh, that's funny.
Cool.
Okay, so we settled on this play, and the characters are Wilma and Janice. The setting is an apartment. Renee said, "I just don't want to play Janice."
And so
And we
who am
got
I
together.
playing? I'm playing Janice. I was like, oh, it's way too much.
She's like, "I'm far too busy to learn this."
It's this morning, guys.
It was this morning.
So Lucy's like, this is the process of acting. It's like, well, for me, it's
It's
like
a cold read.
It's a cold reading, and I don't know, but this happens sometimes as an actor. You'll go to you'll go to a cold reading and read a script for a director or a writer because they want to see how it sounds. So you basically get up and you read it and you just see what's working, what isn't, and they get to take notes, and then and you go and you're just kind of offer up your service to part of their process. So it sort of feels like that to me. This is part of our process.
I think we've read it
We're offering it.
twice. Right? I read this once at the bookshop and once this morning with Ren. We put a lot into this, and we standing O for sure. Okay, I'm going to be Wilma.
And I'm going to be Janice.
Did you see that dress I wore at the premiere for Spartacus? Totally Wilma's dress. I just saw a photo of myself today. I look like Wilma Flintstone. Okay,
We're just
all
going to
right.
have these tangents throughout. I hope y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Okay, we're in Wilma's apartment. There's a loud knocking at the door. I'm coming.
Jesus, I need a drink fast.
Janice, what's the matter? You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm super.
What time is it?
It's late. It's maybe 3 o'clock. Okay, listen. Do you have a spare pillow? Because I might have to sleep on your couch tonight.
Well, certainly, if you need to get a... Ma, you're drinking awfully fast. You might want to try the less expensive scotch.
Oh, no. 2 or 3 of these and I'll be fine.
What's going on, Janet?
What's going on? I have a bone to pick with you, Wilma. That guy you set me up with tonight, Mr. Eddie Gibson, that great catch, that ball of fire, that Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, your big date. So how'd it go?
He's dead.
Ugh. Oh dear, you didn't like him, huh?
No, he's dead. Kaput, finito, a non-participant in the life experience.
He's dead?
Which really shouldn't surprise you, since the old coot was probably pushing 90.
Oh, he was not that old. He was, the far side of 70.
Now, how could you stick me with this decrepit old dinosaur? I mean, I'm a vital woman in the prime of my life. I could go to any bar in this town and have my pick of a guy half his age, a guy who at this moment would still be alive.
Look, I'm sorry, Janice. I just thought that you being a nice single lady and Mr. Gibson being a mature widower of means, well, it just seemed like a good match.
A good match. The fact that you could even consider hooking me up with this old Methuselah up there. I mean, sometimes I wonder, do you really know who I am?
You mean he's upstairs in your room? Right now?
That's why I want to stay down here. You see, I'm not spending the night with the corpse, thank you. Regardless of how desperate you seem to think that I am.
Well, what happened to him?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I mean, 1 minute he's conscious and the next, bluey. I have no luck with men.
You know, maybe he's asleep. He tends to nap a lot at the office.
He's dead, Wilma. I've seen enough dead bodies in my life to know when someone's kicked the bucket.
You have?
Yeah, all I can say is I think his heart must have exploded because there was this no advance warning. I mean, we were in bed, we were proceeding very nicely, and, he seemed to be enjoying himself.
Wait a minute, you were in bed? You mean you were...
In the middle of the night, Wilma, yeah. What do you think we were doing, playing Parcheesi?
But I thought you didn't like him.
Well, he's hardly my dream man, but once you get past the liver spots and the colostomy bag, I guess I found him quite agreeable. Still, the next time you try to fix me up, I'd appreciate if you picked someone who's likely to last the night.
Oh, dear me. Well, have you called the police?
Oh, no, not yet, because I know they're going to ask me a lot of questions, I mean, they're going to say that I was involved somehow.
Well, you were involved. Hey, Janice, if you were doing something with him at the time...
Oh, no, that was just a coincidence. I've had plenty of men in my day. This is the first one who ever died under me.
Under you? You mean you were on top of him?
Yes, Wilma, I was on top. We have the vote now, our options have expanded.
But you're sitting and bouncing on a man his age.
Well, I wasn't going to wait for him to climb up on me. It took him 10 minutes just to take his shoes off.
It just strikes me as rather bold that... for a first date, I've been married to Vernon for some 26 years now, and I have never...
Maybe you should. A little empowerment once in a while would do you a world of good. And it's a new century, Wilma. You don't have to lie there and have your eyes closed and recite the multiplication tables to yourself. Get your pair of spurs and ride that bad boy.
Gracious. Well, we shouldn't be talking about such naughty things when, poor old Mr. Gibson's dead up there.
Yeah, it's a fucking shame. Oh, well.
Did you say it happened suddenly? Well, that's a blessing.
Yeah, I took the pillow off his face, and he was blue. His eyes were bulging. His tongue was swollen. It really took the air out of my balloon.
There was a pillow on his face.
Yes, I was holding it there, and I think that's why I didn't know he was dead until after the fact.
Oh my God, you were holding a pillow Gibson's face?
Oh, this is this little bedroom trick I picked up. You see, when you cut off the air supply during sex, it intensifies this orgasm 10 times over. I mean, you and Vernon should really try it, and it works. It's spectacular.
Janice, for heaven's sake, you must have suffocated him.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No. See, I've done the pillow routine a lot of times, and I've never lost anybody before. No. I mean, one guy went into a semi-coma, but, he had asthma. I found out later. See, now I always ask beforehand.
But you didn't notice anything. I mean, didn't you see Mr. Gibson struggling or waving his arms?
No, I couldn't wave his arms because they were tied up.
His arms were tied to the bedpost.
Oh, yeah, and his legs, Spread eagle is the technical term.
You tied up Mr. Gibson.
There's this unpleasant moral tone creeping into your voice. I mean, yes, I tied up Mr. Gibson. So do you have a problem with that?
Oh, my God, the poor old man.
Oh, he loved it. Are you kidding? We were having a blast until he croaked.
I have to say, Janice, if I had known beforehand that you favored such strange and unsavory practices, I'd have thought twice.
Now, when you say strange, these are common sexual techniques familiar to any modern American woman. I mean, don't you ever watch Sex and the City?
I guess I have lived a sheltered life. But I can't believe that smothering someone while you bounce around on his privates is a popular form of foreplay, even in New York.
Oh, all right. The pillow thing is a little more exotic. I mean, that is something I picked up on my own when I was a hooker. All right.
You were a hooker?
Oh, an escort. I mean, I had my own phone number. And it was just this youthful phase I was going through. I was just supporting my drug habit.
A drug habit?
A small one. It wasn't heroin or anything. It was just a little coke here, a little crack over there. But I kicked it no sweat when I was in prison.
Well, of course, you were in prison.
Yeah, but I don't like talking about that because that was this bullshit charge. I was practically innocent. And anyway, my cellmate, this very lovely woman, she helped me get clean. And since she was sort of this rather assertive lesbian, I wound up repaying her in dribs and drabs. I learned a lot about myself in the process. I have no regrets.
I had no idea you had such a colorful past.
You see, that's my point. If you'd taken the time to get to know me, then you would know what kind of a man to set me up with. This is very tricky business, bringing people together.
If I had known you were into the kinky, perverted things like that, I wouldn't have set you up at all. We obviously travel in wildly different circles.
Everybody's into things like that, Wilma. Everybody but you. I mean, you think your precious Mr. Gibson was some kind of altar boy? He's the one who he's the one who wanted to get tied up. I mean, he's the one who brought the maraschino cherries. And you know what else he did?
No, please, tell me.
He took out his teeth and he gummed my toes. That's right. He sucked the paint right off my toenail. And don't be so cocksure about what's normal and what isn't, because I'll tell you what's not normal. Being married to the same guy for 26 years, doing the same boring thing day after day, never getting on top. I bet you don't own a single piece of rubber latex.
No, I don't.
See, you're hopelessly out of the loop, Wilma. I should set you up. I know a couple of guys who could really blow some fresh air up your schmata. For a price, of course, though.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Janice. I do, but I'm perfectly happy the way things are, yes.
It's your life, Shirley Temple.
Well, I think it's time we call the police about Mr. Gibson, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I should go up and scrape the candle wax off him.
You know, Janice,
Yeah.
I would love to hear more about your lesbian experiences one day.
I'll get my pillow.
Excellent. Soon. Oh, look, standing O. Frederick Stroppel. I wonder what else he's done. Shoo. The one by Westwood and West Pico.
Can you imagine Lucy, though? You know, like, whoa, this is a good one. How did you come to pick out? That's what
She
I was
picked
asking.
it. She said the other one
I
doesn't
said-
have enough notes in it or something.
But how did you come to pick this one? Yeah, it was fun. It was funny.
Silly, fun. The name of this book is the best 10-minute plays for actors, for 2 actors, 2006. So I guess they
The
do them every year.
two-hander.
Yeah. Sharona.
You wanna?
What do you want us to do? At some point, do you want me to leave so that Ren can have private time?
No, Ren is doing hers on Sunday.
Okay.
So
let's see.
You've got about 10 more minutes up
10
here
more
together.
Okay, well, we'll try to whiz through some questions.
Whiz through.
I have a question.
Hello, this is my first convention. I'm
Yay!
thrilled to be here.
Woo! Mexican wave.
And I love that scene you just did. And this is an acting question for both of you. Have you seen a part on TV or in the movies and you thought, I wish I'd played that part because I could just acted the hell out of it?
Yes,
That's
I
my
do
question.
see things like that from time to time. But only if somebody does a bad job and I think it's wasted. So I can't tell you what those roles are because it might get back.
Oh, come on.
No, I can't think of them. Honestly, I can't think of them. But only if I think a part's kind of wasted and it hurts me.
Nothing comes to mind. Dang, I wish I had something funny, but nothing comes to mind. No.
Well, thanks anyway.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play Hedda Gabler, but...
Yes, you've said that, actually.
Yes, I've said that, so it must be true. Hi.
Well, nice to know you caught up on being a mall rat.
Who? Who's a mall rat?
You talked
What?
about missing going with Marissa to Sherman Oaks and your mall rat ways. And
That's right. When Marissa and I used to go and just be losers together when we were down in the dumps, and we'd go to sit at Brookstone with our feet in those things and eat a muffin, like grow our muffin tops, and she'd cry about not having a baby, and I'd cry about not having a career, and swings and roundabouts. And we used to love it, and then we would miss those days. Remember when we were losers at the mall? They were our favourite times.
Hello.
Hi.
What was the weather?
Charlene and Lime Green.
Thanks, Lucy. What was the weather like this morning where you guys were? Because here it was raining. It was disgusting.
Where do you think we came from?
Anyway, so can everybody? We all got
Like
up
that
at
answer.
6 a.m. to play a little softball game of Amphipolis.
Good for you,
Where
that's
did you play
awesome.
it?
It was
There's
raining.
a
Where did you
diamond
play?
about 5 minutes away. It was Amphipolis versus Potadia. We were on team
Who won?
Potadia. Okay, softball players, stand up, softball players.
Is dark green Amphipolis?
Amphipolis won, and they're in the yellow.
Potadia, come on. We tried.
We tried so hard. We
Where
all
did you
got
play then?
so dirty. We did 4 innings.
4 innings.
4 innings. It was the most amazing fun we have ever
That's
had.
good for you.
The best
That's
part
awesome.
about it, though, is that all the players and all of our amazing friends all came along, cheered, donated money. And because what we decided was that the winners wouldn't get a trophy, we would donate the money to the winning team's charity. So we were playing for the Renee O'Connor Outreach Fund, and Amphipolis was playing for Starship Hospital. We raised $1,500.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So just
Wow.
That's very cool. You guys, it's amazing.
Wow.
yeah. So we thought, you know,
See, that's
we'd
the
like-
amazing thing about this fan base. It's such a force for good, really, which is
cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think any other show has that kind of fan base, to be honest with you, which is what keeps us coming back. So yeah,
So
you're
you
amazing.
you guys keep us coming back, but at the same time, all of these guys keep us all coming back as well.
Yeah.
Because we're a family. So
Yep.
thanks everybody for
Great
playing. It was
community.
awesome. Next year, Podadea is going to win.
Good job. That's fun. Thank you for telling us.
That is so cool.
Fun.
Hi. I just want to say thank you for the little reading because that was great. I adore both of you doing comedy, and I know all of us do. And I want to know if there's anything that you'll be doing in the future that has comedy. I know you're involved in high drama now, Lucy, with the Spartacus.
Very highbrow drama.
But we want to see comedy. Come on.
I'm not. I think I'm going to be doing something. It's sad. Again, sorry. Sorry.
I love comedy. I had an epiphany yesterday. I was the guy from Burn Notice, Jeff Donovan. You know who he is. He emailed me about saying how much congrats on Sparty and whatnot, and I said how difficult it was to not make everything comedic, because that's our training, or that's kind of
fun,
where
yeah.
we came from. So I want to make everything kind of a joke, and how rewarding it is to push through that impulse to see what's there. And I realized that's my safety mechanism, to make everything a joke, because it stops you having to be there in life, like being the class clown or whatever. And so it is actually really rewarding to not do the easiest, funnest thing. I thought it was just because I liked fun, but now I think it's because I was scared of being there. So I don't see myself doing comedy. Maybe Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'd love to go back on that, but I guess that's up to them, really, isn't it?
Hi, this question is for both of you. If you can describe your life as a song, what will it be?
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Right? That would be the Xena and Gabrielle. That would be Xena singing to Gabrielle. Did it ever occur to you that this show is really about the growth of Gabrielle? It's the emergence of the hero, see? The hero's journey.
Here's redemption, too. I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that old thing.
What is your song? Go on.
What would my song be?
Yeah. What would your song be?
Always look on the bright side of life. Planning. Getting. I don't know.
Hi,
That'll do.
This question is for both of you. What advice can you give the world? What will it be? If you can give an advice to the world, what will it be?
Be good to your children. Yeah. Protect your children.
Thank you.
Mine would be to know how beautiful you are, how amazing you are as a creature, and all the things you get to do in the world when you know who you are.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Hi. This question is for both of you. What scene did you find most difficult physically, like stunt-wise or like situation? Am I not loud enough?
No, we hear you. We're thinking.
Sorry.
I keep thinking of the debt, when Lucy had the thing and having to get, the water, and then you had.
Oh,
the,
you
were
had
so
the bare feet.
uncomfortable.
You had the bare feet all through winter. Remember
Yeah.
when Gabrielle lost her shoes or something?
Yeah.
Or she broke her foot. What was
It's funny
that
that
about?
we're answering for each other. Isn't that kind of weird?
Because we remember each other complaining. We don't remember complaining
Married couple.
ourselves, but we remember the other person's misery. We block out our own.
That's funny. So for Lucy, it was what's it called, the stock?
It's interesting.
It's funny.
I wouldn't have picked that, but okay. And for Ren, when they made her skirt shorter and gave her no shoes. All through the New Zealand
I
winter.
wouldn't have picked that one. I would have.
It's on. It was on.
I would have picked the one I was covered in mud. Oh.
Oh, you were not happy about that.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was so bad because nobody can really touch you or scratch you.
But that was
and you can't put
so
anything
bad,
on.
Ren, that you couldn't even talk.
That was bad.
Almost like the
That's
time
me,
you
that's
got
bad.
hypothermia.
I was just like, I can't talk. I just can't talk about this. It's so bad.
And when she got hypothermia, she didn't think there was anything wrong with her. She's going, I stopped chattering. Meanwhile, we're looking at her and she's going, she goes, I feel so fine now. No, I'm okay.
You know,
everything's okay.
The things you do for
It's
love.
like, we better warm her up.
I still have, yeah, it's all good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. I wanted to ask, with the distance that both of you have now, what experiences from making Xena do you see differently now than you saw at the time that you were in it?
Looking back, playing Gabrielle, I can see now how I was meant to play Gabrielle, and I never really got that till just recently. Does that make sense? You know, like when something happens in your life and you go, holy shit. I was meant to be that person at that time in that role, because not only did it really help who I am as a person, but I realized that the themes were incredibly powerful, and I was able to kind of channel it through and be the voice of it. So
What made you realize that?
Looking back, just in life, I've been so curious lately that just wondering, you know, what's life about? You know, I've been asking lots of interesting questions the last few years, and one is, well, what's going on here, and what other things have been like that? Like Gabrielle is, you know, she's a gift for good, and she. So anyway, yeah. So I've been looking back on that, and that was really interesting. I never knew that being Gabrielle. I was just doing what I felt right to do. You know, you do your
Doing our
you do your
job.
job,
Yeah.
and you just do it honestly, and so. How
And
about
for
you?
me, the distance has just made me realize how precious that kind of opportunity is. And I really appreciate being part of the Spartacus thing, knowing it's such lightning in a bottle, if things are work or not, and not to waste it. And again, it's always that gratitude thing, counting everything that you do have. Thank you. Pleasure. All right, I think I have to.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. It's sort of both of you. One is thank you for coming to London, Lucy.
Oh,
this is the
thank you
first
for
time
coming.
I've ever been out the UK.
Oh,
it's
really?
It's the first time I've been on a plane and the first convention.
Wow,
here.
welcome.
And
That's awesome.
thank you. 'Cause I had to come. I wanted to come. And
Talk really close to the mic so
I
everyone can hear
really
you.
wanted to come, just really nervous. The other thing is, I heard you're coming to England, Renee, and I just wanted to check, is it true? Because I hope it is, and I'm hoping that you'll come back again sometime, Lucy. Thanks.
Undoubtedly.
You're
It's
welcome.
true, right, Ren?
Yes, it's definitely true. I'm definitely going to be there. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Stunning. Check out online, I guess. Go to our website. Hello. Hi, Angel
Where are you
Cakes.
from? Where are you from?
Belgium.
She's from Belgium.
Belgium. Hi, welcome.
Is this your first time here? Yeah. What do you
Awesome
think of those two
boots.
ladies?
Yeah, look, we're wearing the same boots.
She just wanted to say how much she loves you.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you so much for
thank you.
coming.
You know, I swear, can I tell you what happened? Recently, I worked on Fitful. You know, it was in September. And at the end of that film, I was so appreciating the people that I was working with, because they were just what I needed at the time. Long story, but basically, I needed to be around these really good people who really cared about the atmosphere of the people. And we happened to be making a movie. And at the end, it was the wrap. It was my last scene, and I couldn't speak. I swear. I was just trying to say, I just loved working with you guys, and I couldn't get any words out. And I know exactly how you feel. And I was like so frustrated because I had something I wanted to say, and it just went, yeah. So, no. So I understand.
I remember the time when I was speechless, Ren, is when these guys set me up for like a baby shower, and I was really pregnant, and I was so badly, they pulled the rug out, I was so completely surprised that I wept and didn't stop for like 2 days. Like that, I know just what you mean, that feeling of overwhelm and no control about it.
Just your heart going, wow.
Yeah.
And someone has brought you flowers for your magnificent performance. You want to go up and give them to them?
Hello, baby. This is a real Xena baby, isn't it? This one. Yeah. Come on up. Hello, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What's your name?
Dylan.
Is this your first time here? No.
No, he's
Yeah,
been
you're
here
a
since he was a
baby. You were a
baby.
baby.
Since he was in the womb.
I remember you as a baby. Wow.
Hey, Renee.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you, darling.
Wow. Wow.
Well, thank you so much for coming, everybody. We adore you.
All
Thanks
too
for
soon.
doing everything you do for everybody else
Thank you.
in the community. God
Thank you,
bless.
guys. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your weekend, huh? Have fun.